What's up, you guys? It's your girl Jay from the Berg, and I'm coming at you with another mukbang tonight or today, baby. Today I have some steak and baked beans. Just something simple I got from a guy that sells barbecue down the street from me. Michael Dawson is his name. St. Pete, Florida style. BBQ, baby. All right, I'm going to say my grace and we're going to dig in. Amen. Amen. Let's eat. And then I got still some more Everfresh. I got it. And I like how he got it like this here. First bite on you. You special. I'm feeding you with my fingers. Was it good? You a slow eater. It's so good. I know it's good to you. I had to get up and go get my other soda, y'all. Sorry about that. It's good. Good. Already with the burping. At least I ain't like your girl. She just be burping all over her stuff. And one day, she was like, ugh. And I ain't gonna say no name. But one day, she was burping all over her. And she was like, I don't throw my food away. I give it to the homeless. And I'd be darned if somebody ain't getting that girl comments and like, don't no homeless person want your food with you burping all on it. I'm like, well, goddamn. Clearly somebody that ain't never been homeless before. Because if you've been homeless before and you ain't been without a meal, you probably will eat the burps and all. I was homeless once on the street. But only for like hours until I found somewhere to go. And I had to move to Colorado in between hotels. Just me and my bag. But I did it for my kids. I wanted to move and go sit down. And then my baby boy gonna tell me, he was like, well, that was stupid. Kids. This gonna be a quick video. I wish y'all could really see it. I'm trying to hold it up so y'all can see it. I can't wait to get my stuff together, y'all. Eating all this beef. Even though it was only for hours. A stranger ended up helping me. Let me move with him in exchange for cleaning up and stuff. And I was so happy I was able to get myself together. But 2 weeks shortly after, he tried to make passes at me. He wanted to have sex. And then he wanted me to leave when I didn't want to have sex with him. I was already in there with the key. And then had sex with him. And ended up staying 2 more weeks. Until a paycheck started coming in. And I went right back to the hotel. People are crazy. But some people got good sense. They just want to take advantage of people that's in messed up situations. But, God is still good. It was just so sad when you're in a messed up situation and the homeless shelters ain't got room. Very, very sad. A very sad situation. It was a situation where this lady that he was dating, he was like, well, she was in a similar situation with me. I was. But she had moved out when I got there. I think he made her move because he wanted to test some new inventory, but he didn't get a chance. So she ended up moving back in with him, and I was happy. All right, well, maybe she'll leave me alone. He'll leave me alone. Because she was sleeping in the bed with him and everything. And, it just is what it is. At the end of the day, I'm still happy that I had a roof over my head. But just because I had a roof over my head, I wasn't finna put myself out there like that. I was able to get back in the room. I was so happy. Because I went there, I had my CNA license, I had already paid for a room for 2 weeks, and then I had a paycheck coming. I went there hitting the ground running, like, okay, I'm finna get me a job. I had got a job. A couple people was playing around. They were moving too slow for me. So I ended up going to Volunteers of America, Lower Manor, and I ended up getting a job there first. And that was also the first job I quit because the co-workers there were just, and I can't even say it was just the one person. But then I ended up also getting a higher paying job, and at the time, money was the motive. And the fact that better schedule and stuff. So I ended up quitting that job and doing another job. But on the time that you get the job, you still gotta wait for your paycheck. My first paycheck wasn't but a couple $100 because I had got there at the end of the pay period. And I don't know why. And they have it like that because they got, whenever you got your schedule, they have the interview, the orientation spaced out to where you're not gonna get a whole check, your first check. Anyway, because the orientations is on the off week of payroll. And I think that's because the HR lady be busy during payroll week. Obviously. So, I had to end up staying down for a month with this guy, ducking and dodging him. Every time I'm trying to wash dishes, he trying to walk past me and rub his meat up on me and all type of stuff. I'm sitting up here doing like this every time he comes. Like, ugh, get off of me. I ain't studying you like that. And I was so glad I was able to move and stuff. And just get away from it. Going back to the hotel, I stayed stayed at In-Town Suites. It's just a 2-bed hotel room with, you know, a full kitchen and a bathroom. So it was cool. I had everything but a oven. But I had the stove top, a microwave, and a big refrigerator. And of course, the bathroom, living area. And the living area had a pull-out couch. That's what my son was sleeping on. And then my I had a queen size bed, TV. It was a little like table area / desk, but it was enough. And my kids would come stay with me when they could, because you know they was living with their daddy, who at the time when I first originally moved there, he's like, well, if you need help with anything, let me know. And what happened? The first day I asked him for help, you're gonna have to be able to do everything you need to do on your own. And I'm like, well, why tell me if I need anything to let you know? And that was like, well, let me know. People will say that. They'll say, if you need anything, let me know. Just so they can figure out what you need so they can talk about you or try to hinder you. They don't really, I just figure out what you got going on just to be in your game room in general. I got 2 more pieces, this one and that one. And they don't really want to help you. So, long story short, I was telling y'all about the story, but I didn't get in detail like this. Long story short, I ended up moving back here because of the situation that had happened with the kids, and I just started to get depressed and scared. And oh my God, I ended up moving away. The devil is a lie. 5-second rule. Ain't no coronavirus in here. And this steak juicy. You want a piece that fell on the floor, or you want this piece? Which one, friend? Yeah. Shout out to my best friend Eats. That's my bestie. And if you join her YouTube channel, she'll be your best friend too. So she hit me on to the challenge that a lot of people are doing right now. She just did on her challenge with the Cassis, whatever them chips called. I seen them, never tried them. And the jalapeno challenge with cream cheese. I'm gonna try it with sour cream. I don't know how that might taste, but I like sour cream. I don't really like cream cheese, so I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try to make sure that's my next video. I wanted some fried shrimps, but I didn't feel like going up there. Mike brung this to me. He don't never charge me no delivery fee. I'm just right up the road. He don't want me to walk. He a nice guy. He'll bring it to me. And I got all this for $11. It usually come with potato salad, but I do not eat potato salad. I'm nosy. I live right on the busy street, so I'm always watching. This one time, this guy was an older white guy. He was sitting there, I guess he was on like one of them bicycle apps. Because you know they got an app where it tell you like how far and what top part of town. It's a little map. And it track your steps. And every time you take a picture in the app, you can see, oh, like I stopped here, boom. I did this amount of miles, boom. And stuff like that. So he probably was checking his surroundings, I don't know. But I had gotten too uncomfortable because he was right there in my window. And I'm like, why you had to stop right there in the middle of my window? Move up a little bit or something. It's weird, but I stay in a little small little house, y'all, like a little studio. So I laughed about it when I came in the house. I was like, shit, he probably thought this was the garage. Cause the main house is in the front, and I stay in the little, like a mother-in-law suite in the back. The main house is also on Airbnb, and I clean it every time somebody leaves. And I started to come up with, I was like, that's probably something I should do a YouTube on, called Airbnb Chronicles, because some of the craziest stuff happens over there at the Airbnb. And I had to deal with this guy who was shooting up heroin, and his hands had got so swollen. If you on drugs, get help. Get help. Be the best you can be. Get help. Don't let nothing cripple you. Like, for real. Even if you're not on drugs, if you see something that you need help with, get help. Don't be afraid to get help. You don't have to live with it a moment later than you do. Then right now. You can get help right now. So, anywho, if you're in a bad relationship, get help. Leave. Walk out the door right now. Leave everything in there and just go. Run away. If you see they come behind you chasing you, haul ass. Pew! You can leave right now. You ain't got to deal with that. 2020 already been hectic, okay? So, anywho, he was on drugs. He was on drugs. And he was shooting up in his hands and stuff. And he was sitting up there telling me and telling another Airbnb guest, and we were just listening to it because he already seemed very shaky. He was, oh yeah, I've been off heroin for 9 months and And I was thinking to myself, I was like, because this is kind of like, it's surprising that the Airbnb is here because this is the ghetto. And I was saying to myself, I was like, I hope he don't relapse. Because it's been 9 months, you over here, you can get anything over here. So, long story short, he didn't relapse. He never was sober. So he was shooting up so bad, his hands would swell up, like as if an IV was misplaced, and his hands was just filling up with fluid. It was like Mickey Mouse gloves, like just fat hands. And then he'll be running out the room, and I'm cleaning the room next to his. Every 2-3 minutes, he running out the room, washing his hands, and the next thing you know, I'm done cleaning the room. I go to sweep and mop the room. I'm getting done, and I notice there's some like footprints, bloody footprints. So I guess he couldn't shoot up in his hands anymore. He started shooting up in his toes. I kid you not. Crazy stuff. And at that point, I called the police on him. They said, well, one, you're not the owner, so you can't have him kicked out. I said, well, drugs is against policy. You're not supposed to have drugs in the Airbnb. And then 2, they didn't see drugs. So it was nothing they could do. And they was like, no, they was on his side. And they was like, even if tomorrow when you're supposed to leave and you don't have anywhere to go, we can't make you leave. And I was like, and at that time, I felt like if he was this color, then it wouldn't have happened. And I have a right to feel that way. Whoever get mad. But whatever. I feel like it would have been a different ball game. So I learned from that moment, don't call the police about anything because they really don't help with nothing unless somebody has been accosted. So the next day, early that morning, the guy came back in. He knocked on the door. He was